Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag. This tag is a great way to reflect on the books you've read throughout the year, as well as make the beginning plans for the rest of the year. So, without further ado, let's get started. Question 1. Are there any books you've started this year that you need to finish? As of recording, I'm currently in the middle of reading Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Raybourn. This is an action-packed thriller that follows 4 60-year-old women who, after decades working as elite assassins, discover they've been marked for death by their own employers. Using their experience, wit, and teamwork, they must turn against the agency that trained them to survive. But other than that, the only books I haven't read are the 2 books I DNF'd. I have started 2 series I think I could finish before the end of the year. The Rebel Wings series by Adrian Dang. The first book is a young adult sci-fi set in a futuristic, corporate-controlled world where a smuggler and prep school student accidentally bonds with a sentient cybernetic dragon. Thrust into political conspiracies and revolution, she must navigate questions of loyalty, identity, and moral responsibility as she takes on a corporate government and uncovers the truth behind the advanced weaponry threatening their freedom. And the Under the Mistletoe collection, which are holiday romances that revolve around heartwarming and steamy stories set during the Christmas season. These books focus on themes like rekindling childhood friendships, finding love in unexpected places, and embracing new beginnings. Question 2. Do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I don't really care about reading books in certain seasons. This year I read winter Christmas setting books in August and September. If I think about it, I could either start a reread of the Stalking Jack the Ripper series by Gary Maniscalco. This is a young adult mystery set in Victorian London where a girl defies societal expectations to study forensic medicine alongside her uncle. As brutal murders reminiscent of Jack the Ripper's crimes occur, her investigations draw her into a dark and dangerous world, blending historical gothic mystery with elements of romance and suspense. Or I can start the Emily Wilde series by Heather Fawcett. This follows a brilliant and socially awkward fairy researcher who travels to a remote northern village to study elusive fairy folklore. While writing the world's first encyclopedia of fairies, she contends with the charming and mysterious arrival of her academic rival as they uncover dark fae magic, solve local mysteries, and navigate growing feelings amidst the enchanting but dangerous world of the fae folk. Question 3. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? Other than the series I'm in the middle of, or authors I've given high ratings to, I don't look into new releases. Although going into my Goodreads wanna-read list, I do have a few upcoming releases. Expected August 21st, Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, a whimsical new holiday romance, this time with a magical twist that'll have everyone falling in love with the ghost of Christmas past. Expected November 11th, Brigands and Bread Knives, the next in the Legends and Latte series by Travis Baldry. This returns to the cozy fantasy world with a new adventure featuring the foul-mouthed bookseller. And expected December 9th, in a second, the third in the series by Kate Canterbury. This is a contemporary second chance fake dating romance. Question 4. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? I don't really have anything specific I want to read before the end. Maybe something I bought this year. Either Unfed by Krista McKay or Wild Card by Marie Lu. On this quarter's bingo board, I have the prompt, a booktuber's favorite from last year. Going over a small list, I can choose How to Become a Dark Lord and Die Trying by Django Wexler, Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli, or We Solve Murders by Richard Osman. I also have the prompt Mid-Year or End of the Year Reads, which is any book I haven't read from these videos yet. Question 5. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? I want everything I read to be the new favorite. I could read everything I've talked about and love them, or read nothing but 2-star reads the rest of the year. Question 6. Have you started making plans for the new year? No, not really. I usually always want to read from authors I've already loved books from. I always want to continue series in, and I always want to read from my physical TBR more than it seems like I am. And again, with needing to pick bingo prompts, as well as next year's buzzword prompts, I don't know what I'll need to read. And that's it for the end of the year book tag. I hope you enjoyed hearing about some of the books I've read this year, and the ones I'm hoping to read before the end of the year. If you're interested in doing this tag yourself, I'll leave a link to the original video in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.